Since re tlogetse sekolo chomi, let's just go to club. Re bale le bana for tšhelete. Ra kopana this Malawian guys. Ra bala le bona go seng ba re fa tšhelete. Since we were 17, town to town.
Sure.
Town to town. Then that's when we started to date Nigerians, big guys, but we actually drugs. Sleeping with different men. Ya go baja dating. Ki rape mara wa tela yona, and because you need money, you're not working. Sleeping with someone on and that person is older than you. Yeah, kawathandele mentally mara awuna choice. Wa understand go robala le motho le ngora wa morate ntwe ya go baja too much ya go baja ntwe o bathe.
Good day and welcome to the Hope Revolution podcast with me as your host. My name is Muraro Manganya and I am beyond happy to have you present in this amazing environment. This is a place where we create a safe space for those that want to share their stories, share their experiences, and open our eyes to the difficulties of life and how they manage to navigate the different experiences that they would have experienced. Today, we are sitting with someone who also felt that they want to share their story. But before we get there, please don't hesitate to comment, like, and share, because 90% of the people that watch this podcast have not subscribed yet. So please click that subscribe button and push us to 100,000. By the way, if you have commented, we are spotlighting you below. And if you want to sit with us in this amazing platform, please don't hesitate to contact us on the number that's showing on the screen. I am very grateful for the grace of God that He has given us this opportunity, us meaning me and you, this opportunity to sit together and, engage each other once again. Without wasting time, let's jump into today's story. Sister Legai. Thank you so much for taking your time and coming through to the podcast.
Nagalina, lelongori ke belegile ka lona. Karabo, and then my spiritual name is Mashego. Ke tswa ke le Bakersford, but ke goletse Alexandra le Davidson because my parents were separate ke lo monyane. So ka se ke goletse yona ke Alex and then le Davidson.
Okay.
Currently now ke dula Bakersford.
Okay. Maybe before we dive into your upbringing, I want to understand the spiritual aspect first. Tell us a little bit more about that.
I'm a medium. I talk to spirits. Spirits talk to me. I get possessed by any spirit. Ke ka mokgwa ke berekang ka gona. Ke gift lang gore ke belegile le yona. Yeah.
So you are accessible to these spirits?
Yeah, I do astral projection anytime. Ke dula ke na le di spirits anytime. Talk to spirits, mountain spirits, water spirits, the devil.
Sure.
I go to hell. Spiritually, nje give me moya nje. I'm a spiritualist. I'm not a nyanga.
You've just shocked me right now.
Everyone is getting shocked. I get shocked before. No get age, or I can talk to the devil.
And then can you talk to God as well?
Yeah, I do.
Sure. Hey, Muna, I'm like lost for words now. So. Tell me about okay, obviously that's where you get to because I hear your story is quite broad and I want us to touch base on that as well. But let's go back to your upbringing and tell me about basically how you grew up and what would you say were the most difficult experiences that you experienced in your upbringing?
There's much, but parents I think when I was 4 or 3. So both parents. Maybe this day ke dula le papa, next day ke dula le mama. They were there, like next I feel gap, but even though they were separate. So there were times mama ka utloka a man because mama ka was single, ne. So ka thoma ka tsena stage at a very young age, ka age of 14, and mama ka na rentile by that time. Papa ka yena asegona because they were separate. So next to me the next stage ke na le 14. Ke nola ke lo ngwana lo ngore o stowed too much. Ke stowed. And ke na le sevete. Like I was acting like a boy child ke lo ngwanyana.
What would you say were the things that make you say that make you say or no stout?
Ko sekolong I was selling cigarettes. I was a lesbian. And then ne ke gona gore ke banke ditlase ban suspender cause ke tsene grade 10 Mangobe. Ke fakile my report yaka ka fake. I go to someone and then I ndira report ya boskele. Just that I was very much intelligent. Azanga ba gona go lebelela. So ka baizisha ke ntho ya gore I stole a phone. And then they had to go through my profile ba lebella gore last year no tsena ka sekolo ka ba botsa sekolo sa maka re ba re ba lebella go system ne ke se gona. So ne ke le ngondo.
Sure. You were at another level.
Yeah.
Did you finally manage to ufetsa skolo though?
No, azanga sifetsa. Since ban suspendile ka vela ka tlogela, and then that's when I started to go to my clubs depending on the men. Yeah.
Tell me more about that. Who took you there?
Nna le chomi aga vela decide gore since re tlogetse skolo chomi, let's just go to club. Robalele bana for chalete because I collect hlala election and bana ba rena ne bana le 6 months by then. So na vele papa ngwana ka never been there. So nna le chomi aga nje vele ra fagana phakathi kwe bangcondo and then ra thoma ra tsamaya. The first time we went to Kempton Park cause angre na was brave. So ra thoma ra tsamaya Kempton Park, ka fitla Kempton Park ra at lapong ra kopana this Malawian guys. And then Rabona life grand and then Rajola Pele. Then town to town.
Sure.
Town to town. Rahol and just like that. Rahol just thing since we were 17.
But so your parents, what do they say about your disappearance? Obviously you're no longer present at home. Barring bon.
Mama ka tryile na mama ka uluile too much. Papa ka give up on me because kile ka thola ngwana kana 16 so a tswa da vele and reject vele. Le today because of my pregnancy. So mama ka was trying by all means and dulisha fast stop doing this. Kempton Park there's an airport little kidnap you. Mara next understand. Ne ke no motlogela le ngwana ke tsamaye. And then I felt leja a tloela mama ka gore at least ga buile ntlong go right.
So tell me about that first experience with the Malawian guys, Ori. How do you get to a point where you go to the club, you connect with them? How does that whole thing happen?
The first time, I got lapong nearly 3, and then Rafita Radula, and then what those guys, Barafiri, for sure, Barafita 10 years, and Ernan 17. So, but la hi, how are you? Fine. Obviously, Kempton Park, everyone in the club is a prostitute. So, never tseba vela or retlonya ga chalete. Lerna do ne re ba banyana re sa tsebe but ba ra approach le sharp ba rekela di drinks ke di truck driver. Fortunately ra tsamaya le bona go truck stop ya Pomona. Then when you get there, mongwe pika phela nkere wa pikiwa phela mina ngifuna isidudla mina ngifuna island I want the short one and then naka kgetha go mongwe and then tshomtsa ka le bona ba kgetha go mongwe ba go driver di truck na o nkgethileng o dula room nearly get boy na sina next cause life e vele nje na ne ke forced ne samperekele na ufebe no samperekele ikina le di party nje wabo and then we get there and then we did what we did, and then I was saying, I'm putting one rata, raditanyana, mara, atoma ang introduce her to some other guys, balang orbanale chalete. Mara date, baron bota, or I want you to date people who have money. You sleep with them, they will give you money. So I was an unrekished somehow.
Okay.
Lady Chomichagal bona bachelor in that industry, truck driver, atoma, rarobala truck driver. Yeah.
So obviously, because these guys are driving trucks, they are in and out of town. Yeah. So are you? How does that whole thing work? Are they managing you guys and coordinating this whole thing?
Never sort of control those guys. Ne. Until ne dire ke gore never itla. So ga ba itla ra tseba gore this week ne re gone bona motho ba le chalete. Ra tseba gore motho lo dile truck a ona le chalete.
Okay.
I understand. And then ne re truck stop pela. They didn't allow girls or inside the truck stop. So ne re gona gore roba le truck driver ne ba sena taba le bone, they didn't care. Nkere bana le basadi ko Malawi, so they didn't care. So like ne ile gona ka mgo re dira yona ntwe ya go roba le truck driver ka usane roba that truck driver na le chalete o la hana chalete until re tloela re ntse re tsamaya di club ra Nigerians manch.
Sure.
Ba Malawi ba sana chalete re sana taba le bona.
Gore chalete ya bona e sa le
gona. Truck driver di ba chalete no ba sana chalete. 2017 2016 they had man no ba sana chalete. Then then the club very serious. Then that's when we started to date Nigerians, big guys, but we actually drugs.
So what's happening to you in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit? Obviously, here's this new world that you have been exposed to. You're doing things that you usually not used to doing. I mean, even though una less but how's your internal system responding to this new thing that you're doing?
Truly speaking, I regret that life because nekiti chila facha spiritually, emotionally and physically. Sleeping with different men. Ya gobaja dating. Somehow ki rape marawatela yona, and because you need money, you're not working. Sleeping with someone and that person is older than you. Yeah, kawatandole mentally mara awuna choice. Wa understand gore bala le motho le ngora wa morati ntwe ya go baja too much ya go baja ntwe but no njengoba ke le medium ke le so ke gone bona gore ga botse ke tshilafaditse moya yaka ya moya wa ka ile wa tshilafala because of that, and I regret that. Yeah.
Now with regards to chelete, on average, how much would you say the Malawian guys were giving you? But listen, we're not promoting this. This is just me trying to wrap my head around her life. We're not in any way saying, trying to prove whether this is feasible or not. No, we're not there, and we don't condone this as a channel. Yeah. So how much would you say on average?
No, I don't like to answer that question.
You don't like to answer it?
Kilika hoja 10K.
Okay.
Yeah, kilika hoja 10K ki dula mukhukhung, ki rentile mukhukhu because stepfather sa ka le nna ne re sa kwan.
Okay.
So ki 10K le ngore kilika e tshwara so cash. Ka reka furniture.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And then you stepped up now to the drug lords.
Still, that time, those Nigerians, truly speaking, like in chalete too much. But you know, this thing ya gore motho gona go draina your luck ke gona ntho. I understand. That's why motho gona njalo o nya go tsamaya le wena. Chomi, let's go. O nya go draka, o nya go munya. Wa tseba ga tsamaya le wena like matlhatsa ga go atla go yena. Some people they do that.
True.
Mara wena o tsebe agere. So now I used to go with my friends and nagska ba le lucky, bona ba be le lucky ya finance. And nna ke se gona ba tsamaya ba le one, ba ba le dibati. If I'm there, ba ba le matlhatsa.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I see.
So na le some perekele into.
What would you say was the worst thing, or what bad experience have you had with regards to this thing besides just the exercise? What has happened to you that made you raise your eyebrows to say this is wrong?
Dilo tse di ngata cause experience nngwe ke leka experience ke gore ke leka ba in a abusive relationship with this person wa Malawi. Na khono ndia go bankar like wang owner. I made you what wa do wa le lunyana tse di so like antia ka mo rumong and o ga se gae go gae go na le stepfather le kwani. I had to stay there. Ke bile mosadi at a very young age. Ke mo hlatswetsa ke mo cleanela. So nthoela le yone ile ngo ba ja blind. Yeah, ile ngo ba ja blind. Ke dutse ka mo ga relationship e leng gore a imperekele ka mo ke abusiwa. So yeah, ile ngo ba ja yona ntho. So speaking, and also chomi ka ba ile ba mtsenya ka mara boot re mlebeletse ba re phusha ba motšea ba tsamaile yena, but unfortunately la ba right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then also it happened or one of the good days I was with this Nigerian guy, really go lodge or guest house. And then go seng ke a mmotsa ke re give me my money o rena hana tšhelete ka roba TV ka re you are giving me my money ntle ke that day ke vele ka ba brave ka re you are giving me my money ska nga fisha ka phiatla TV a fonela the brothers tša gagwe ba mo transferela mpha ka tsamaya
Sure.
yeah so that life you want to be brave otherwise o tlo go bala
o tlo
go bala
So tell me about the day you say this is enough for me, I don't want to do it anymore. How does that come about?
Mama ka wila try ne ankisha sekolong andirisha security andirisha computer apatela she mosadi lwa modimo but still ne ke no ya nje ke se interested mara ke anya go tšintša mara ke bora ke gore tšhelete ke na yone ke dutse go fa ke mang so ntho ngwe impusha again it go back to that life because the unkila bona o ya go tlapong o le robala le monna a o motsebi and a o sure gore o tlo mo goetša motho we just taking risk we go to club from Thursday Friday Saturday Sunday sleeping with different men different clubs
Sure.
Imagine. So even though nekinya go stop that life, I had to go back because I bereke. I gina matric number 1. A gona motho long wa family ga nthusha gore no itla o tlo cleana mo ko mmereko ngago. So I tried many times to stop that life until ke stopisha ke le dlozi.
Okay.
Yeah, until ke stopisha ke le dlozi. So gore ke stop final ke ile ga kerekeng and then ya postola. When I get there ka tsoga ke moya ke le go gating and then ba profita ba ntshwara and then ke kwa di voice tšela di bolela le nna di re wa gopola re go boditse ra re tlogela bophelo bo bophelang tshwantse bereke ka batho those voices they were talking in my head and then ka ba botsa ke tswaletse matlo so in a church ka ba botsa badimo ka re no ke tlo stop gopela le mpheng chance ba re go fa chance no o bula matlo mo o ya go moruta o direla thape so le so a o tlema tsona wa nkwa gore ke reng ka re yes and then ka phaphama ka bula matlo and then ka ya go moruta ntirela dithapo tseo and then mo profeta mongwe ka mogara kereke a ntšea ne I didn't know gore na me medium so ga ntšea tshwantse ram profeta nna ke a te profeta ntho e bolela mo nna gore ngwano nna ke nna mangmange lengelo ile le solo ngwano ke ngwanaka ngwano ke gale ke mokhuza ngwano o tsamaile di pleke tše leng gore ke tša lefifi a tsamaya di pleke tše leng gore di tšhila fetse mara nna jwalo ka lengelo ile gagwe I protected her ke a mo gopela a mphetele a tlogele bophelo bo ba gagwe that's when I felt gore le dlozi le gona
Sure.
ntho e nkuditše bohloko gore this guardian angel e be ile gona nna ge ke dira prostitution ge ba nyaka go kidnapa lengelo ile le be le gona so that time ke le go kerekeng ge le bolela lengelo ile mo nna ka voice ya ka e nkuditše bohloko ntho that's when ka vela ka re wa tseba keng ke tlogela ntho ai go ntho
So ha lenyalo le ntse le bua so wa le utlwa le wena
ke a le utlwa le nna yeah it's weird ke a le utlwa like ke kgona shifter my spirit and then spirit sela sa lenyelo le kene le bue and then I'm listening
Okay.
and then ra chinchana and then le nna ke a boya and then yeah just like that
Sure.
so ke one ke na le spirit day 23 yeah saka ke sabi 24
Sure.
se leng gore ke belebele le sona
Wow.
each and every spirit ke a tseba gore se berekang go na le sa boloi go na le sa thapela go na le sa mprofeta go na le sa ngaka go na le sa chupe go na le sa metsi go na le sa thaba go na le sa legaga go na le each and every spirit ke a tseba gore se operate go dirang.
So when you now discovered the presence of these spirits, did you know immediately that there's 23 of them, or did you eventually count them and say these are the people that visit? How did you know?
Ke thomile ke na le those two spirit, hence I say that time ke le go kerekeng lenyelo ile le boletse it's a female and then mo profeta re go nna mogekolo o tsamaya le lenyelo a shilila mokhalabe. And then that male spirit here activate lone ya bolela re la ke ena mang a rata go bolela too much o rata go romela this female spirit yena o rata go hide.
Okay.
You understand le la chupe and then ke thomile ka two and then ke ntse ke pheta ke ya go metsing 3 ke a unlock and then ba bangwe ba tetlela like ke le go thabeng thobela ngwana ka nna ke nna magolo ga go mang nna ne ke lawyer so nna ke lo thusha ka boloi ba busy ba re ba nyaka go ba tja ba lo iba nna ke tlo go lwela all right. So I had to unlock each and every spirit. Ke di latile di spirit tje ka moka ga tsona ebile ke apere le tje leng gore a se tja ga gešo. It's not my blood and sisters, but they are part of me. They chose me.
Majority of them are your ancestors?
No, mix.
It's a mix.
50-50. 50% my ancestors, 50% from other Mazulu, Mapedi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Hey, my questions are like 1,000 questions here all at the same time. But now, I wanted to figure out to say, is the shift of spirits within you, is it voluntary or is it involuntary? Are there times when this thing just happens where a spirit just comes through and take over? Or should it get permission from you?
That spirit jagadi very amakosi, they are royalty. Panali dinali manners.
Okay.
Ke gopola re ya Polokwane, nna ke ya Polokwane to help someone that side. And then ka imisha taxi. Ra feta modimo le ga re driver go pela ro eme mo. A re why ka re ema mo, a ema ka fologa ka tsoga ke moya. For 20 minutes. Ke tsoga ke moya, ke tsoga. And now ke tsoga ke moya ke change le voice. I be a dragon, not Mukhalabi, a dragon. Voice aka no change just like that.
Sure.
And then ka tsoga ke moya mola and then kana mela koloi ya tsamaya. So nna like really close le nyaka go tsoga monna le mpotsa pele ke a le feela the sat and then ke a shift mo plekeng ke tsamaya. And I wa tshwanela go ntshwara. Don't touch me. So no, I'm still drinking. When I'm in the club, I ikwa daiding ke tsamaye ke pleke quiet itsoge. Ke tshwere phone ya ke tshwere bag ya ka. I get the reja gore manje swantse re kwele fase ke dire. I don't do that. Moya go itla ke a o feela. And then ke a o tlogela o take over. O shiftele mo body ya ka o tsoge yo just like that and then you were right. One board.
So with regards to your love life, when someone now comes close to you and then they discover that this is the kind of person you are, how does that work out?
Unfortunately, I'm not dating anyone for now 7 months. I don't date because my ancestors abanyaki ke data. Yeah, abanyaki ke data. But that time I was dating this last person and gore ke le ga data. Nana kana ngare ke hlanya. This guy ana kana ngare ke ya. I understand. He used to visit me in my place. Ke dire dilo ke na le ke 2 room. So ke na le go dira dilo tja ka like a bona ngare ke asa understand or motho wa gafa or dinchang ka yena. I understand.
Sure.
So ke data motho go difficult. Yeah, if ke tlo data motho swantse o understand gore nna ke bolela le memoya and ke na le motho wa ka a ke mmonele even though I'm in public I don't ke a ribega ke a tswalela. There's this thing gore ke a tswalela. I don't see your problems. A ke bone ditaba tja batho.
Okay.
I understand because the spirit je di tsamaya le nna ge nkare motho bothata ba gagwe keng ntho e tshwana le tikološi ya mpotsa this thing gore motho bothata ba gagwe bo bosolosoloso so ge ke le in a public place or ke na le ditšhomi or ke na le family ke a te tswalela.
Okay.
A ke nyako bona taba tja bona.
Ne ke batla go botsa bja gore di reng mo.
Ya te tswalela.
Okay.
Yeah.
You talked about taba ya astral projection.
Yeah.
What is astral projection?
Astral projection is when your soul leaves your body to another spiritual dimension.
Okay.
Your soul leaves your body spiritually. You can see your body lying there. I understand. So astral projection is to most people ba leng gore that eye ya bona e bulegile.
Okay.
So ntwela ba bangata e dira ga bošego ge ba robetse. So nna as a medium e dira anytime when I'm having a session with someone I have to leave my body so that your laws can possess my body and talk. That is why I can only limit. It's impossible.
Okay.
Can only limit. So until I dangerous because you got trapped in that spiritual realm. Yeah.
So now, are you never scared, or when you leave your body, then the spirits that's coming in want to stay permanently? How does it work?
Let me just tell you, there was this person ka session elena. Ka session elena ka aronya go connect le go kwa gage ka re give me lebitso la koko wa gago, because now I'm using a book and a pen, ke ngwala makoporosh, and then I'm pali lebitso la koko wa gagwe, and then ka try go mo checka koko wa gagwe gore o ko kae, because there's different spiritual realms. So now spiritual realms are batho ba tepolaileng, now spiritual realms e leng gore ke badimo vele, like it's ke badimo ba ga mangmang, ba ga Dlamini, ba ga mangmang, and then the spiritual realms e leng gore ke se bitsa gore ke hell.
Okay.
And then the spiritual realms e leng gore a kgone se fitlhelela se ko modimo seo, I can't. Wa bona? So ga ke tsena in that spiritual realm ke nyaka koko wa gagwe ka thola gore she's burning. I even ke nna ka cha like prophet ngate la le dozile, and le nna ke a cha physically ke a kwa gore mo ke mollo ka. It was difficult for me to come back to my body. So le dozile, so I can't help le dozile lewe ke gore o gwela dibitsa gagwe a tshwane le dozile leng gore ba le thwebotse lewe ke a gone le ntsha leo ke le ba lo ibale ke le ntshe ka moswane o tlo mo rora koko wa gago or next week, mara you will dream of your gogo.
Sure.
Yeah. So it will be too much.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it's just imagination. I can't so you're speaking about the spiritual realms, and you are mentioning or there's a spiritual realm yako heaven. You said God, is it God or heaven? Why are you unable to access that place?
Sorry?
Why are you unable? Because
because modimo ke spirit, number one. I no bolela le modimo. You cannot just bolela le modimo. You have to talk to the guardian angel ya modimo.
Okay.
Ke gore modimo o tshwana le kgoshi, and go na le guardian angel le gore tshwantse re bolela le gore go bela re botse modimo gore, and then that guardian angel yo botsa modimo. So go na le batho ba bangwe ba ileng gore they belong in Jesus side. Those people, you can't touch them, you can't give them muti, you can't do anything. Ke mucha straight motho nna ke re wena you belong to Christian church, you must believe in Jesus, not in ancestors. The more you phahla is the more dilo tsa go di tsolega. So those people, they're untouchable. Same as sona spiritual realm sa modimo. You don't just go there. Now on my side. Yeah, mara the spiritual realm dingwe I can go there. Spiritual realm tsa batho ba loya, because I went to the spiritual realm sa baloyi nna. What was happening there? You know, because as a spiritual person, you know, so you understand. To cut the story short, my ancestors told me before, don't take it. Tell that person or I be a fat. Fortunately, I was into down. That time nik so gold spiritual nik sa pheta but ka kgono kwa gore ntwe tšhalete ke moleko ke ba boletseng ka yona badimbaka a be ya fatshe ke fitla go ntlong badimbaka ba re ke lawyer ka lawyer. I use water. I'm kotsi blind ka metsi ke berekishe setlhare ka lawyer tšhaletela ka lawyer ke gore motho la ga mpha yona re go nna ke fe someone. And then ka lawyer motola a roma motho, and then motola ga ilata tšhaletela ka mo fa yona go letsogo, and then le nna ka 12 ka phapama ke nyako checka gore e tsamaile jwang taba tšhelete ka tsena go spiritual realm ka khotsa gore baloi ba ba kishana like they are like ngwana o tsibile jwang ka ba bona vele ba perilwe le the black nje. That place, it's secretive, I can't even talk about it.
Sure. Hey.
So buloi bo gona vele.
So taba ya fana ka tšhelete, what would you say about it?
Taba ya fana ka tšhelete ke rata botsa batho gore like if o fa motho tšhelete o ikhathe go khoneng.
Okay.
Because those pieces ke tsona tse leng gore dira gore ba go seleke mara go khone o ikhatha go khoneng e one you break the case aga se dira next moloi tšhelete gago because ya short.
Okay.
So if o botlhalo na le business ya matšhonisa o rekisha dilo, cut it ko magcineng, then motho le go ka mfa go letso ga ona o ra ka dira next cause ya short.
Yeah, sure.
So go fa motho tšhelete, if you do that I don't tell you diragalang. Yeah, cause batho ba gone bereka tšhelete gago.
Let's talk about your visit to hell, or you speaking to the devil.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Na batho ba tlang go nna the most ba kendlile. So ban test ba nya go bona gore ke a bona.
O kendla go etsang ba roetse what? Okay.
Most of them. And manje lesithwalo sabo siya bahlukumeza. Bona na phela ke bereka ka memoya.
Okay.
So this person ke ile ka re ke ba le session le ena. Ai. tatola rena ba nya ko mmolaya wa twati ke mo checkela ke checka ka bona this thing ntho tsona le Hellboy ya go ba le manaka ene ne tuka mollo le mo plekeng eo no go tuka mollo it was kingdom of hell no bona gore mo gwa check ya mo check re papa mo gape ke bona ntho eso ke bona mollo ene ke bona creature engwe na le manaka so wa tshega serious ke re ora isilwane sami leso ke re manje ufunani like hayi ngifuna ungicheckele phela ngoba abantu bafuna ukungibulala mina ngifuna ungicheckele ngithi hayi untshela di chance wena ayikho into engayiboni mina utsamaya le beast wena utsamaya le beast
ke nya mo claim
ke gore imo protectile there are some people ba leng gore they are protected naturally by the beast natural as much as they're protected by marine spirits I get so una le batho ba protected ke madlozi fela your blood ancestors ba bang ba protected like God himself and Jesus na le ba bang ba leng gore ba protected by moya the beast they existed before
sure
yeah
so no motho hari yena okay maybe before I move on to that did you ever get to engage that beast and speak to it what happened in that environment
okay tsena go spiritual realms like ke re ka e bona ntwela and there was fire everywhere ka boya back fast na ke nya go bala yo ke bule back in my body fast ka moja mothola gore awa nka se gone go thusha ntho tsa mang le ona not gore ke a itshaba just ke bora ke gore one lake
okay
yeah ke bora ke gore one lake
you don't know what his plan is
yeah
so okay ha motho a etsa ntwele ya uthu wa thwala wa rwala what's happening in the spirit
what depend gore rwala ka slwane or rwala ka badimo some of people ba prefer badimo ke gore mothola utlo ya mothola a tswalele badimo a tse badimo ba ka o fela ba ka mogae le sele ke lena ba ga khumalo ba tlo tšea mangelo ya ga khumalo bo kokho le bo kokho mkhulu ba le ba ga khumalo ka moka le bo kokho gore ba lebelele this person ba bangwe badimo aba thwebulega so badimo ba o thwebulega nna ba mbora cause like o thwebulega jwang o bona gore motho o greed wena wa thwebulega cause you know badimo ba greed ke ba le ba leng gore wa motshepisha ukuthi hayi gogo ngicela ukuthi ubheke mina kuphela ngizokuhlabela inkomo every year and then wa dumela wa bona gore badimo ba betrayana at the end of the day so una le ba leng gore ba thwetsi ba ba fa dilwane ukuthi hayi lesilwane sizokusebenzela awanye usibone physically but uzosifila ipresent yaso wa understand
okay
lesilwane mhlambe bemasiza solala nawe mawulele ebusuku uzophupha umfazi alale nawe and then that's the more you can have money what depend gore uthwalelana baba ngoba bathwalela di customer ukuthi ama customer eze wa understand so kuba what depend gore urwala ka lidlozi or urwala ka silwane
yeah and then in the spirit I kere no ke rwetse no ke thwetse ka silwane khotsa ke thwetse ka ntwe ke thwetseng ka yona what comes to claim me because I kere utlwa bare wena ona le nako ka kanang like they set a time limit for you or no after this time you are gone but now my question is in the spirit what happens then who comes now to claim that debt
what depend hence I say I kere ba go fa yona silwane se ba rotlo phela 6 years ne gape silwane se ke lidlozi la batho le tlo berekela wena so even you go tlhokofala o tlo ba silwane sa batho ba bangwe yeah
ke nkwa ke silwane so sona se
sentse ke sona this thing e tshwana le gore let's say ke spirit ke kwa someone else and then u berekela wena ba motho e boja ke sichashala lo berekela wena as a business person u ba le chalete o tseba re lo wena you'll repay the debt go fetsa tlhokofala lo wena they are taking you u lo berekela motho mongwe
sure
so go kendlile you never rest spiritually you are working o tlo ba slave o monate in physical life mara go tsamaya mo lefaseng o tlo berekela ba bangwe
sure
yeah so you never rest o tseba gore there's no happiness ostwalo
hey very scary things
yeah all in public o happy but o robala o be happy
ne la sansa no phela o kendile o robala
agona o ka re nna as a medium ke sa enjoy I don't enjoy this life life ya bo medium na in drained too much I even lost weight because of this there's nothing fun about this o botlhoko like go botlhoko o phela ka the terms and conditions You must learn how you speak with people. Sometimes, let me take over this question. I'm telling you. So,
Sure.
I'm spiritually gifted. Enjoy. No, I don't enjoy this gift.
Do you find that you are helping a lot of people?
Yeah. I'm helping a lot of people, and because ke thusha ba eleng gore ba lost ka gift tša bona, because I'm a self-initiate. Some people, they don't need to twasa, ba no tlhoka mentorship o mmotse gore as me as a medium ke thušitše batho ba bangata ba eleng gore they are lost, ba tsebe gift ya bona gore keng. Some people ba na le gift ya o lora fela, ba bangwe ba na le gift ya gore ba berekiše metsi ba rapele, ba bangwe they don't need to go to twasa, ba lost. O mongwe o re ke gifted mara ke tsebe re gift ya ka ke yang, only to find out gore na gift ya gago ke ya go bolela le badimo. Wena o kgona go bolela le badimo ba ka mo gae for bana ba ka mo gae. O ka dula o sa bereke mara wena badimo ba o kgethile gore ke wena o phahlang ko mosamo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Hectic, man.
Yeah.
So since you can see things that are beyond our normal eyes, how do you cope on a daily?
Physical and spiritual. What depend? Yeah, there's a balance. That is why I get phela ka molao. Una le nako e leng gore ke ba nna self, una le nako e leng gore ke ba semoyeng. Yeah, so ke a cope. Ke na le batho ke a cope. Yeah.
And the community, how do they receive you the moment they discover that, the moment you come out? You remember you were in a life of selling yourself, then you transitioned now to a point where you are spiritually inclined. The moment you go into the public, how do they receive you where you are staying?
Ankere nna gift e thomile operator ke le Limpopo. Kilo chaka. So ke ditwe Limpopo 1 year ke ntse ke o phetela moya, ke dula in a family friend ke phetela moya. So ka mo Joburg ne bana kana ngare maybe ke a twasa mo ke leng gona, because I used to post ke apere mabae. So ge ke tla ka mo ne ba njaja, o se ka hlulo bofebe lo manje se ka ya twasa. Hey, is scam wa bona. Even my own family ba ile ba nkoba.
Sure.
Yeah, ba ile ba nkoba ba rena no ke palla ke bofebe, no o shetse ke apara mashela, nna ke spiritually gifted. Gift ya gona e thomile neng. I'm crazy.
So never prefer or o ise pele ka bofebe?
Gora gore ne ba prefer yona ntho yo, because ke thusha batho gora gore ne ba njaja. Le mama ka nje ke gona ba ba right no, na sa understand na re ke a hlanya.
Sure.
Yeah.
O e bone jwang yena? How does she come to accept or actually you are the real deal?
My videos on TikTok, when I talk, people listen and people heal. So the video tja TikTok, they made me. Yeah, hence I say when I talk, my voice change. And when I talk, not self, yeah, chief, so when I give people advice on TikTok, ba fall, but they understand, especially the chupe, bana ba leng gore ke bana ba spiri, ba leng gore ke di self-initiate. So motho mongwe ila mmontsha re mara wa mmona ngwana gago mara mo TikTok dilo ja di dirang ke ge understand. Are mo tlogele, because if I accept a gift ya gago to mo loser forever, because ke dutse nna bo 11 months ke sa mmone ke ngadile vele ke ratse ba keng. If mama ka believe gonna I rather stay here in Limpopo mos I believe. So I accept, I understand, and no one support.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, one support too much.
Would you say that this gift has changed your life financially as well?
It changed my life financially, and gift in Pilis rich. No knalis rich. I papela. That time never on papel. When as febe. When I'm a horse. Funa malin like never sa as less febe. Never sang understand. No knalis rich. I get papela. They get in a plaking wagwala. You know, people they cry when they see me in the river. Pophet Mashego. They cry. Sure. So can I dignity, you know? And the dignity is because of my ancestors. Dignity azanka is you understand. So happy financially. I can go right financially.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
You know, when you narrate your story, my conscience is like, yeah, what is happening? Especially when you speak about your astral projection experiences and your visits to hell and so on. Were you never genuinely scared at one point?
Oh, I was scared, but I had to learn to be brave because when I voice ngwere right, go there. How la manzla wa ya musitamile because I go to the dams tse leng gore a go e batho ra tse gore mola le tamolela le tsia batho ba di mba re tsamaya mola ba ke fitla mola ke kwa spirit a khona nka se kgone explain which kind of spirit, but there's a spirit in the water, in each and every water gona le di spirit. So spirit sa mo le tamong leo se bolela le nna se re welcome Mashego. Ke magatsa le gore how does this spirit know my name kwenzakalani usathane lo like le kana le go doubt le nna ke re kana le demon you understand, and then ke tsene mo la metsing ke feel connected kana go ke le tamo there's no one ihlat after ke ajo. So at first ne ke tshuga mara gona le voice le gore yang cucuzela ukuthi awungasabi relax I've got you.
Sure.
Hey, so now ke voice engwe that's why batho ba re na le mademoni, not that small nyana voice that one will never lie to me.
So would you say there's a creature in the water, or is it the water itself?
In every water there's a creature. Modimo o agile metsi gore go be le mongwe le gore wa ba gata. Yeah, that is why go metsing a wa tshwanela go dira ditshilafalo. Go metsing go na le crocodile, go na le di whale, go na le di noga, go na le di tortoise. So each and every dam there's a spirit, and water spirit they are good and they are bad. So I have both bad and good. That is why go plekele gore ba ragwe batho na ke aya, because I also do bad, I also do good. Yeah, so gona le memoya go metsing ba bangwe ba share dithwalo tsa bona, rena ge re ya go metsing re fela matla. The power ja rena di a shala go skupung seo sa bona. So it's dangerous.
Aba sentse ba sa di batle ba di isa metsing dithwalo.
Ba di lahla go metsing obviously ba bangwe ba hlapa diqwaqwa go metsing dikolo go metsa dangerous a good nje. Kumele wazi indaba zakho uma ugeza abantu emanzini because akukho right, because sometimes ke ya go metsing ekufihla ke akwa moya na ke tsene go metsing ke wa check up because I talk to water spirit ke a check up gore di ntshang mo ba bangwe go tjore ba tlile mola go senka mo 5 ba dirile dilo tsa bona ba direla ba batlang gore ge ba etla ba felele ke matla. So I sense that, and then to clean a metsi spiritual. Sure. And then ke thusha batho ba ka.
A ke re ya no rona ra ya Durban ro swima mola re tsene metsing.
Durban is pure.
Okay, yeah, that's the question I was coming to say. What's the difference between an ocean and a dam or a lake spiritually in your perspective?
Okay, go Cape Town Gilegaya. Cape Town Gilegaya. I never went to the ocean azanga ya Durban in my life. Gile Cape Town because sometimes re thushe mot. So ke khona bona gore ko ocean go na le di spirit tse leng gore they are bigger. What the whale so? You understand? They are those ones. Sorry, ne? Those ones ne go Cape Town, go ocean. Go na le memoya le gore ke di khoshi.
Okay.
So cause metsi a split, go na le ba re keng go na le dam, go na le lake, go na le. So ke gonna bona gore go lake go na le mongwa metsi. And ge ke re mongwa metsi I can't understand gore mongwa metsi ola it's a mermaid or it's a what, but go lake ke pleke le gore e quiet, ha enya ke ras, ha enya ke batho.
Okay.
Lake spirit e quiet, ha enya ke batho vele, ha enya ke batho at all. That is why le tshoga re le ya go lake because la le nthola gore o sa le bo marula swan so o Binoni Lake ke di pleke tse leng gore di quiet le ena go le motho wa tshoga. That is why we want to have grass green. That place is quiet. I enya ke di chila. And then go lo watle go na le memoya le ngore vele yona ke moye mogolo. Yeah, moye mogolo like the spirit tse go le bo di whale bo di what. And then go no kenyi ke metsa go flowa mola vele ke mo ile ngore o tlhapisha batho dinyama di tsamaye le metsi di flowe.
Okay.
So go le week we ya kwa o khono tsia senyama sa motho la ba mo tlhapisitseng kwa angre metsa tsamaye o khono tsia senyama sa gagwe.
Yes.
So matla go bolela nnete a ko lake. Yeah, lake na le power lake na le power.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because from time to time you hear or metsi ankile batho.
But go tjea ke metsi ke batho ba leng gore number 1 you are not chosen. People take chances. Sabi nix mina, and then you go there and then what's am I? Because mongwa metsi ko metsi una le dinoga. Noga ya lumana at the end of the day. And go chila fetch but ba banga ba ileje they just go to the water because bona ba bona ngare ba na le matla. Ba bangwe you can't go to the place le gore you are not chosen. So now I go to the place that I'm chosen. I never went to waterfall. I went to waterfall. Eki kapile moto. Azanga twa usenkara, I'm going to waterfall. So people bana lento la gore, hey, amanzi wa kupi pa strong. Hey, mpopo ma kupi strong. That is why batamai.
Sure.
Because you are not chosen. Ufuna nda ngoba ubizwang. Hey.
Hey, I know that our viewers are going to have a lot of questions. They're going to ask us a lot. So you'll have to come back and address these questions that are going to come up. Now, at the moment, I'm so blown away by the information that I'm receiving that I might not be asking the questions that our viewers have. But I thank you so much for coming through. If someone is watching you, where should they find you if they're looking for you?
First of all, ke gopela go botsa young girls out there and advice ya gore ba ska dependela go magutsumela ba tsene sekolo as everyone no longer o tlo tshwana le nna as Mashego nna at least ke bile le matlhatsi le dlozi la ntsha from that life ene la mperekela ba bangwe ba ilo thwasa aba bereke but nna le dlozi le go ntsha from prostitution la ndira medium gore ke thushe batho. So grato botsa banyana out there gore ba bereke ba tsene sekolo ba graduate ba gapeletse gore ba bereke ba ska dependela go banna cause a gona bophelo bolei queen ba fela bobotse ba fela. And then nna ka go gwetjagala TikTok lina la ka ke nna Pophet Mashego the medium di contact tja ga di gona go TikTok ke na le di account J2 go TikTok number tja ka call ke 0636074335 Get your WhatsApp, get your call. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming and sharing your story. Today we did a deep dive into the spiritual world, and I'm sure it's probably the first of many because I know you guys are gonna have questions for days. Some of the questions that I have will come back after this show. But this is not usually the kind of stories that we feature. So I'm a little bit shocked till it now. Hey, what are we talking about today?
Yeah.
But it's been a very exciting episode for me as well to take a break and dive into a different phase, into a different view, into a different life, and explore the realities of other people and sort of try to learn how things are working. We have seen Pophet Mashego transitioning from a life of, not being able to take care of herself. She went into selling her body. She transitioned away from that to a better spiritual place where she is, which is what we always motivate people to say. Look for better pastures, look for greener pastures, but more than anything, look for God where you are, and He will guide you to where you need to be. Guys, thank you so much for being part of this amazing episode. We really would like to hear from you. If you've got questions, drop them below. If you've got comments, drop them below. We're going to spotlight you. From me, my beautiful guest, and the team in studio, it's bye for now.